disclosure. Please be aware risk in the future trading. All our videos are based for educational purposes only. You're very welcome to follow our signals. Uh, we're not charging for anything, but please follow us on SIM. We're not responsible for your trade. Before we go on to three, a lot of details, we have just a new sell order at this is the automated trade. Took a trade right now at 60.30 as an entry sell position, and we will be covering some of the stuff. If you, we will be covering also some of the automated trade. For the ones who don't know our system, there is in this one here there is three different automated trade: ATM strategy, and a full automated trade. Then what we will do, we look at the scalpers and the swing trade and automated trade, and we will see those signals, and you are very welcome to follow some of those signals if you want. So we will cover it a little bit later. Those are the swing trade and automated trade. We will be covering those later on. At the moment, we have a limited order, sell order on the NASDAQ at 81.25, 81.25 sell order, limited order, not market order, 81.25. And then you have a sell order at 29 level or 30, limited order. This is the only two direction right now we have. The ES is too late to take a trade. However, if you are in a trade on an ES, your target is 28.4175. For the ones don't know our system, this is just the swing trading, the price action based on a signal entry, and then you have the entry direction, target, and how many ticks you are away from the target. It's very simple. Forward, you can hand trade it or you can automate it trade. So we will start looking to some of the auto trades. We will be covering also swing trading. This is an example on the DAX. We just have, we still on one trade on the DAX. We started on the DAX around 20 minutes ago. And this is the swing trading. We did it around 9:30, and this is the first trade on the DAX. If you are a DAX trader or a Nasdaq YM, you can still use the swing trading. No optimization required. It's turn on, turn off basis. One thing for those guys, I want to highlight a little bit. We do that when we start. I like to highlight a little bit what's going on today, which you are going to expect a lot of chop in the market. The reason for that, this is a 15 minutes chart. As you see, the 15 minutes, we had a buy entry actually on the 15 minutes, but the target is 54.25, followed by double resistance. And right now, this ES has synced in to a lot of chop areas where it is support and the resistance are extremely close to each other. So for the ES trader, you have to be extremely careful, or even if you want to auto trade any kind of automated trade, doesn't matter if it's our auto trade or somebody else auto trade, you have to be extreme cautious before you start using this auto trade. We are facing a little volatility in the market, and that is going to cause a lot of losses, whether you are hand traded or you are automated to trade, because at the moment this ES has no direction, and it is really a problem if you are fixing to automate to trade any kind of auto trade. You're not going to be enjoying yourself. This is an extremely high risk area to start your auto trade in this area here. It is very important to understand what's going on in the market before you start using any kind of auto trade. Here is the situation on the ES. This is a base on 1 minute. The market analyzer is a base on 1 minute. Excuse me. So as we see right now, we are waiting on the Nasdaq to start go below the 82.25. There is a little pullback here, and the same problem right now. The YM has come into the resistance line at 0.53. So at the moment, this market is just stopped right in those area before we can start. And now there is another projection start coming in at the 56. So there is a problem for that market going up. At the same time, we got stuck in this area at the moment. So right now, this market has to be going and start going to the downside. And if you are a Nasdaq trader, it has to be limited order on a short position at 82 level, short limited position. On the YM, we still on the short position right there at 60.30, but it will be wiser to put it at 60.29 because the projection is right there at the 30, which this is also a bit problem. Uh, the opposite of what happened last week. The ES is willing to go down, and we are now waiting for the Nasdaq and the YM start giving up some of this momentum and start dropping. So we are sitting here very closely watching this Nasdaq. If this Nasdaq start dropping before the 82 level, that's mean we are start going to one direction is the short trade. But at the moment, right now, if you are not in a trade, please hold on a bit to see what kind of direction this market is taking. If we, again, I want to go ahead and highlight the 15 minutes, folks. This is a really, this is a really nasty area where 15 minutes, this is a serious chart. And as we see today, Tuesday, that there is a lot of resistance become in this area here, a lot of chop. And the only direction, if there, we don't have enough momentums to break all those levels, the NASDAQ absolutely today, we are looking for this NASDAQ to go for, start dropping and probably there is a good potential for a 28, 33, 25. So we want to watch this market very closely at the moment. And believe me or not, we are almost 8 out of 10 very accurate and try not to gamble at the moment. Stay put on where this market has to come, and we are going to meet this market at those level. So at the moment, there is only thing left on the this market is the Nasdaq to take it at 81.75 short limited position. 81.75. And then you have to be, I'm telling you the next step already. If this market gets you filled, you have a problem at 76.75. So you need to be a little bit light-handed to break even. And if this market decided to be projected from the 76.75, then we need to close it immediately. Also, on the YM, you have to be on a 60.29 short order. Right now, there is no long trade, folks. There is no long trade. As I showed you, there is a lot of a problem at this area here is followed by a resistant, and a resistant, plus a resistant. And now we are getting closer to those two yellow zone here. So there is a little volatility at the moment. And take your hands off trade at the moment. Believe me or not, you're not going to be regretting it. It's better to be safe than to start wasting any more money of your money. And we do those educational programs uh, strictly for those traders. They are struggling in the market, so we can highlight and then you can do whatever you want. We have no influence on anyone, but what we are trying to do, we're trying to avoid it to some of those traders the agony, keep losing money, and they have no direction in the market. So we try to explain to you, and then whatever you do, it is, of course, the rest is up to you. It's not, we're not responsible for your trade. So let's stay tight and watching this market as we see the ES, how this is ES is moving. We're not doing anything. We are on a straight line, plus minus 1 bar. And the same story on the Nasdaq. We are stuck in this area, and the YM right now, it is stuck on this projection we have mentioned, is the 56 level. So the market, it is very, very, yes, sir, yes, sir, because of the, the FOMC is tomorrow, it's not today, but still the chops are, it is overwhelming with the chop market here. So the whole idea, sir, for your message, thank you. The whole idea is to be aware. This is what we are trying to, not to brag and not to show off, but what we are trying to do here, trying to show off to for those traders to be cautious if they decided to take any trade at the moment, because right now it seems like this market has no direction. And this little bump right here, it is not confirming. This is a long, we're still in a very critical area. And I will try to explain to you folks. We are still in a critical area. And this a little noises, I call it movement, we still facing a triple resistance line here, followed by a major resistance line, followed by a target, and then followed by a double support. There is no way out of that chop market. Absolutely, there is no way out of that chop market. So as we notice here, this bar moved very fast. That's very fine, but it fell to continue on those level here. So it is really serious problem today, and tomorrow is going to be also an FOMC. We will not be going live tomorrow on YouTube because we do that on the first 2 hours, and on the first 2 hours before the FOMC, nothing is going to happen. So it's going to be wasting your time and my time. So tomorrow it will not be live on a YouTube, but today we will be looking very close to see how this market. It is very interesting day to see how this market is going to turn out. At the moment, there is no direction whatsoever. There is no direction. So we're going to hold tight to see if we get any new signal. Then we will try to explain what we can do. Depends on how we are going to face this market. At the moment, if you are scalping, those are the scalping market order. A bit choppy, but we closed the ES based on 150 ticks and 1 minute. We only use 150 ticks and 1 minute on the scalpers market order. It's not a limited order, and they already hit the target. There is nothing we can do. I'm so glad it is over as soon as possible on those scalpers. Yes, and those are the same numbers, sir, if you remember from last week. So yes, it is a pretty for the swing trading. We're still on that trade with the DAX. We took this first trade. This is on the swing trading. We took that trade at 9:48. We started around 9:30. This is 9:48, and this is a very good start on the DAX with the swing trading, and this is a really critical area on the ES, folks. Please be careful. This is a false movement, and I'm going to be a little bit quiet. There is keep my eye on the chart, but please do not get excited with this movement here. There is nothing there. There is nothing there at the moment. So we'll wait and see. The problem is when the market is going one bar and pulling back a couple of 3 bars, you can trade that. So as you see here, this resistance line at 28.50, and it got projected from first time, second time, and third time, and now it's trying this the fourth time. If you look, so there is a problem here at 28.50, which it is exactly, sir. And 28.50, it is a problem in here. And then even if we break that area, you have a second problem is 51.50. So this is 50 and this is 51.50. So you can imagine how tight this market is and is untradable at the moment. Exactly, sir. For my customer, also, thank you for mentioning this. One of the things we have on this market analyzer is based on 1 minute, folks. And one of the things, if even if you're not a trader wizard or you don't have too many years experience, let me show you something here. On the market analyzer, we have the sell position on the ES and the 30-year treasury bond on the same direction where they're supposed to be the opposite direction. So folks, every time you see the ES signal in the same direction on the NASDAQ, that means there is something wrong. Either the ES is going into wrong direction or the 30-year treasury bond is going to wrong direction. And of course, I can pull out a lot of chart and then trying to examine, then we can cross it, then we find out. For a guy, a normal guy, don't have to be, uh, you don't have to trouble yourself to analyze everything. It's very simple. When the 30-year treasury bond going into the same direction as the ES, we have a Houston, we have a problem, you know. So this is problematic, you know. So uh, especially for a gentleman, whether it's using our auto trade because we need is it is about time for those guys they auto trade to be a bit educated beside marketing. We need to also before we start auto trading, we need to start kicking out the tires, trying to see, go around and kick those tires to see if there is a pressure in there. As you see right now, doesn't matter what auto trade you are going to use, you're going to have a problem at the moment. Of course, once in a while, you're going to have some auto trade, normal auto trade like this one here, as an example, institutional auto trade. Yes, it's going into that direction. Yes, this is an institutional auto trade. We are using just one filter on it, on the trend exhaustion. And here is the previous trade. That's okay. And now as we see the institutional trade is going into this direction, going up. Of course, yes. But this is a very extreme high risk, you know. So if you have an auto trade right now, a trade in, and you got it, that's very fine. If you can manage to take $100, $200 with this chop market, be happy. Try to stop for a minute and try to see what is going to happen into this market, because I am not sure that ES going to close all those 4 targets. Probably is going to, if you are lucky, it's going to close one target today, and then it's going to pull back. It's going to drive a little bit the market. So this is a, if you are on a trade and it is, you are going in the right direction, very fine, but keep your eye very close to it, because it's not going to be happy trading for a very long time. So we will see. It seems like we're about to have, oh, okay, we have a new signal. I'm sitting and talking, we have a new signal. We have a buy trade on On the Nasdaq at the 395, the ES has not confirmed that. We're still a little bit far from having a buy signal on the ES. We have a buy entry at 94.75 on Nasdaq. This is the automated trade, took that trade. It's a base on the bar close, or you can do it on the every tick, but also you can do it on a bar close. Now we have a bit problem here at the double resistance on the YM, so we're not gonna probably have a signal at the moment. Let's see if this ES able to break those area here. Maybe we can get some signal on it. Wow. Okay. We're about to have a new signal on the YM. Whoever took that Nasdaq trade is very fine. Your target is way up. You are in the clear on the Nasdaq. Once we break that area, we have a little bumpy right here, and we have a buy entry on the YM. Do not take it at the buy entry. Take it above the double resistance. You need to put a limited order at 1694 or 1695. If you are a conservative, follow us on a Simply's limited order. Limited again, folks. Limited order. The reason is there is a double resistance here, and this market has not closed above those double resistance. So you need to put your limited order at the 95 level. So now this market has changed direction. We're still concerned about this ES trying to break and give us a new signal. As you see, if you are normal automated trade, you manage to close one of those trade. You manage to close one of those trade, and now this market is sinking back exactly where is your entry level. So that's what exactly said. Probably it's going to be a little struggle in having here at the moment. Okay, the YM stay put on the 94. And if you want to be a bit smarter with that, um, uh, this is a high risk. When we get a new signal on the ES, take both of them at the same time. So we still at the moment sitting on hold with this ES. I will show you what is the problem on the ES. We have an extreme resistance as we expected, as we said. Once we cross the 5150, we're gonna have a clearance all the way to the 55.75. It's not a big trade actually. So let's look and keep our eye on the signal. You see, it fell. We need some movement on the ES. They're all ready to start flying. We are waiting on the ES to break this area here, the 5150, which it was the same numbers we were struggling last week. Once this ES break, folks, we are in a good shape. So we need to see some breaking those level. Once we break those level, the YM and Nasdaq is about to fly right under your nose. If this ES is not able to break those area here, then it is going to be a long day for you, guaranteed. You see, this is because of this ES did not break that area. That's what we were scared of. This is exactly what we highlight. This is the 5150, folks. When the YM and the NASDAQ wanted to start going to the long side, the ES fell. And now the whole market is changed. So I was hoping for this ES to break this level, then we will have a nice day. But now we are looking for choppy day, and it's gonna be a lot of bad trades. Some traders gonna be making a lot of mistakes in those areas. This is sad. Yeah, there is nothing we can do. Uh, we have to sit down and wait. Market change in direction, so we're about to have a new signal again. It fell to the long side, so let's see what we'll have on the short. Everything has changed, and I cannot call the trade from the entry signal at 47.50. I cannot do that. The reason is we have a strong support line at 46.75. So this is not a genuine entry. This entry here at the moment is not genuine. So leave it. Leave it. Can you see where is this support line at 46.75 and the signal 47.50? We need to see some breakout. So stand taking the signal at 47.50. If you are aggressive enough, you have to put it at 46.50. Right below this line here, 46.25, 46.50. But let's see if this NASDAQ able to give us a short signal. Also, there is a problem with this NASDAQ on the double support. This is extreme tight. There is not even one small door open to pick up a trade on those. So let's see. So as you see on the ES, I didn't want to call that signal at 47.50 because your support line is at 46.75. That's what I was scared of. At the same time, you have a double, triple support line for the Nasdaq, which indicating this ES. Even if we drop below 46.75, I doubted this Nasdaq able to break those areas. So it's not really open; it's extremely tight today. So let's see, folks. Staying out of a trade is better than to trade. Staying out of a trade is better than to trade. Stay a little bit on the side, please. Okay, things has changed a bit. And wait, please. Wait, please. Don't jump on the trade. Keep your eye on the ES. It fell. Exactly, sir. It is. It is. Wait, folks. Wait. For the ones who don't have our system, let me show you, folks. This is one resistance, two and three. So once we break that one, the second one is here, 50, 50, 28, 50, 50. And then as you notice here, folks, this is the key 5150 today's market. So as long as your ES and able to break the 5150, this market is going to continue and chop. So this is the way you need to look at it. And that is going to cause this YM stopping at 93 level. The Nasdaq is sneaking out on us to the entry level. That's very fine. But the key here, right now, once we start getting a signal to the long side on the ES, we are in the Nasdaq and the YM. That will be flying, absolutely. That will be flying to the upside. So wait. Now we're coming to this critical area, 5163. 5163. This is your market hanging on at the moment. There we go again. Can you see how it is? This market is going one step forward, two step backward. This is not good. This is a lot of mess. So I'm gonna stay quiet. I'm gonna stay online, but I will stay quiet. I mean, there's nothing to say. It's right in front of you, the market, how bad it is. So we're not gonna comment on it. We just waiting a bit. And here's the problem. We need to break the ES right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 times the ES has fell on 51.75, period. Without any discussion, this is a hot area here, okay? Now we have one option, either break that area or this ES wanted to give into the short side, but then we're gonna be uh, problematic in this. So we'll take one step at a time to see what this ES is doing, and then we make a decision. We cannot make decision. The market will make a decision for us. uh, look, this is very funny. The ones in red are the ES Nasdaq Dow Jones, and the others are doing very well. And if you go back with the DAX, now it got a new signal, but the DAX nailed 3,000 on the last entry, and now there is a new entry sell signal. If you rewind this video, you will see it was up to 3,000 on one contract on the DAX, but now we got a sell signal on the DAX, and now start getting built up a little bit on the new signal. Uh, but if you look on the EIS, Nasdaq, and Dow Jones, they are in red. And if this one is in red, that means everybody is in red. So um, as you see, I'm so glad today it was, we were able, I'm not so glad because this market is this way. No, I'm not. You know, this is a little bit hard on a trader facing reality. But uh, in a way, I'm trying to show the traders that sometimes uh, before you get frustrated with yourself, try to look at the market. Maybe the market itself is frustrating and there is nothing wrong with your trading, whether you are with us or you have our system or somebody else's system. I'm not defending anyone, but sometimes the market is frustration. It's not your system, whatever you are using out there, and or your trading style could be okay or it could be disaster. How would I know? But here today, we we are showing in details how this market sometimes can give us a little headache, and there is no direction in the market. And when the market has no direction, you cannot find direction to the market. As right now, uh, we we have a lot of problems actually. The Nasdaq is going to face the same thing what happened, folks, last week. Those two lines from last week. So this movement from here, if you want to scalp, you can scalp it immediately, very fast, and exit here. Okay. But the problem is with this Nasdaq has tried and test those areas, those level earlier and earlier last week as well. It's the same number from last week, from Monday also, and today, and it is struggling on this double support line. The S is just sitting between the support and the resistance, trying to find a direction, a breakout. Nasdaq, I doubt it if it's going to break that area, and this market here is just sitting. I doubt it because the FOMC tomorrow, and we will not be live on the FOMC tomorrow because from 10 to 12, nothing is going to happen. We're just going to be looking at charts. So there is nothing for us to look at tomorrow. So it will not be live tomorrow. After the news, the market for our traders, after the news or 5 minutes before the news, which most of our traders doing, use your swing trading. As an example, this is the swing trading on the CL, and you can use the swing trading and filter, and you can use the 600 ticks or 1 minute, whatever. It's gonna nail it. As you see here, the swing trading, it will never miss a trade. And once the news is out tomorrow, then this one is gonna rally very well, on your auto trade. So this is different tools we can use when there is FOMC or there's a news or whatever. You can turn it on, and this baby is not gonna miss a trade, and it's gonna catch it all the way. We're not worried about tomorrow. Tomorrow there is money, but today we'll see if we can uh, break those levels one more time. Now we're trying one more time, and let's see if we can break those areas. That will be very nice. Again, for the folks who don't have our system, look at this. It is one resistant, two, three, and four, and target is 54. And we got stuck in that channel here, which this area is not tradable. One of the messages said, "Sam, I'm glad I'm out. I have nothing, and be glad and stay glad for today. And if you are taking a swing trading, that's very fine. And once it grabs some trades, just close it and leave it alone for today." Okay, guys, I'll stay quiet for a couple minutes. Keep your eye on the Nasdaq. On the Nasdaq, this is a really hard area, 76.25. The ES, we have a sell signal at 28.47, but I will not recommend it at the moment because right below the signal, there is a 846.75. As you notice from the previous areas, it has fell 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going back. So this is a hard area here. The sell signal here is not accepted. If you are taking a short trade, you need to take it below the 46.50. At the same time, on the Nasdaq, there is no trade as long as this Nasdaq above the 76.75. There is no short trade, folks. There is no short trade. If you are taking a short trade here, very fine, but you need to try exit at 77.50. So this is a scalping. It's not trading anymore. You know, this is a problem, really a problem. So now the ES is going to the same level again, testing it. And if you are aggressive, you have to put it one tick below this line, the 46.50 or 46 in that matter, if you want it to be a little bit more, because this is a hard area, 46.75. Okay. Okay. Keep your eye on the NASDAQ, folks. Keep your eye on the NASDAQ, the 76 level, and the 74.50. If you are in that trade, very fine. Keep your eye on the 44.50, please. We're about to have a new signal on the NASDAQ and Dow Jones. We need to see those two areas. If this NASDAQ not able to break those areas here, expect a pullback from the 44.50 on the ES. So if you're on that trade, don't hang on to it. Just keep your hands light. Keep your hands light on it till 44.50. And now we are looking at this NASDAQ. And we're about to have a new signal on the YM and Nasdaq. We need to see this area break. I mean, we need to see this Nasdaq break in the 76.25 and 75. And if it's not, this ES is going to turn around and flirt with the 46.75. It's extreme. We're about to have a new signal on the YM and in Nasdaq. We broke it. This is a good direction. Come on, close the bar below. Let's see. There we go. We have a sell entry. You need to put the sell entry limited order at 74 level. 74, because it happened to be the sell is right between those two lines. So we need to put it at 74 level, sell entry, and you need to put sell entry again the same number. Sell entry, not market order, limited order, please, limited order, and then sell order at 33 level, limited order on the YM. This is as expected. This market is going back to the 46 because we need to see the Nasdaq breaking those two areas. So limited order is you can put it around 74 level, and a limited order sell at 60.33. And for whoever took that trade, I hope you broke even +1 because this is a really extreme tight market. Now the auto trade took that trades. That's very fine. Let's see how it's gonna play the game on this one here. It's going back to retest. Keep your sell order at 74 level, 74.25, one of those. On the YM, all of them limited order, please. 33 limited order sell. Gary, this is a very good question, sir. Keep your eye on the Nasdaq. Uh, this is really the ES. We have it now. We have no more longer trade. We're still on the short position on the ES, and as expected, this is what I was scared of from the Nasdaq get rejected with a reversal, and that caused it from our support line at 44.50 to go back, retesting the entry. This is a really problematic. I mean, this is really problem here with this Nasdaq. And if you notice, we had the same problem last week, Gary. So um, this is really those two lines here. It's been a problem since last week. So now we are going down. Let's see if this market able to break it for still on limited order on the YM 32 level, on the NASDAQ 74 or 74.25 limited order short. Follow us on the sim, please. We're not allowed to call trades for you. Follow us on the sim. And if you notice, Gary, uh, to our people, there is a projection coming at 47.75. So let's see what will happen. This NASDAQ is trying one more time, and it's getting harder. We have projection at 77. So this is getting harder to go to the downside. We start getting a projection at 77 level, and we're getting projection at 45.75. This is really a nightmare for a trader not knowing what's going on. Of course, some auto trades scalping. We have a bunch of scalpers taking a small trades here and there, but this is a really problem at the moment. Getting direction in this market. So let's see. We're going back to test again. Okay, we still have one more step. Look at this. You see what is this projection, folks? 7-7 projection, 45.75 to the tick, folks. Okay, folks. Gentlemen, by not trading today does not mean something wrong with you, but it is. If you are staying behind this computer today, it's nothing but a bad news for your account. Honestly, whether you are trading somebody. Now, if somebody can slip one trade here and there, does not mean a hero. But there is no direction. The guy can shoot blind and hit something, yeah. But technical wise, it is not tradable. And again, I want to mention tomorrow there is nothing to do before the FOMC, so we will not be going live tomorrow. And there is no use to sit down and just looking at the chart and there is nothing to do with it. So let's see now if we can get some breakouts from those area here. Seems like it's going to do it this time, folks. For the one who has not taken any trade on the NASDAQ, limited order at 74 level, 74.25, limited order sell. We're about to break those areas. Come on, NASDAQ. Really hang in this NASDAQ in those level. For the YM, sir, it is 33 level, limited order. You should be fine. Limited order on a simplies, one contract. Today is not a good day to get aggressive more than one. We're about to turn around, folks. It's coming slowly, nicely, patient. It looked like the Nasdaq is finding the last breath in here. So let's see. Oh, brother. Oh, man. If this business cannot give you patience, then I don't know what else out there. If somebody is an itchy guy, you know, and if this one here cannot make you be a little bit okay, the whole thing has changed. It's finished. It's just a yo-yo. Folks, well, I just want to say welcome to trading, you know, and I'm calling it off for today. And actually, I'm closing my Ninja Trader today. Folks, it's been a pleasure. Nothing we could have get out of anything today, and it could be changed into long signal, but I'm not interested anymore in this yup with this trades here. It's left and right, right and left. Call it off for today. If you are smart enough to do that, because look at this, it's dropping again. Forget it. This is just nothing. It's a wasting time and going in the circle. And you can just imagine how many traders worldwide today have fell in. Thank you. Well, we've been busy, extremely busy. That's from my, excuse me, my voice, because yesterday we were really um, I want to say thank you very much. And yes, Mr. Todd, it is chop, chop, chop. Yeah, it is time to take a break sometimes. And tomorrow is Wednesday. We're skipping Wednesday, and we'll see you on Thursday, folks. Okay. Uh, Sorry we couldn't get you anything today. Welcome to trading, and God bless you all. And see you on Thursday. Bye for now.